Surely some revelation is at hand. Surely the second coming is at hand. Basically, people think that there's some sort of external force doing this, but really it's just our power in Thirst for Blood. They think it's supernatural, but it's just us, humans, causing all this destruction. The second coming, hardly are those words out when the vast image of Spiritus Mundi troubles in my sight. Spiritus Mundi means the spirit of the world. So this image that he sees coming from the depths of the spirit of humanity. Somewhere in the sands of the desert, a shape with a lion body and a head of a man, a gaze blank and pitiless as the sun, is moving its low thighs. Well, all of it real shadows of the indignant desert birds. This is some sort of evil creature. It's a demon. It's the main antagonist in any horror film or literature. This creature has been summoned by our greed. It's in the desert because the desert is devoid of life. It's an unforgiving, dry, inhospitable climate. That's where the spirit of man was during the war. There is also some allusion to the Spanish flu. It represents the harsh, unforgiving nature of the flu. It's hostile and trying to kill you. The darkness drops again, but now I know 20 centuries of stony sleep were vexed. The nightmare of a rocking cradle. And what rough beast, its hour came round. At last slouches towards Bethlehem to be born. The evil beast awakened from its slumber, but it's not Jesus that's being resurrected. It's the evil man. It's the warlords of World War I. Was Yeats right? Yes, he was. The Spanish flu happened. People lost their way. World War II happened 20 years later. Are we doomed? Not necessarily. I think we're tribalist. We're not inherently selfish, but we are tribalists. We're smart enough to create categories and tribes and see patterns forming, but we're not smart enough to see the full, vast complexity of the world. Different tribes will want to do what benefits their own tribe. They will go to war with different tribes. We've just lived through a pandemic. I think it's changed how we look at the world. We have this conception that we need to isolate ourselves from the world because the world is inherently unforgiving and hostile. This may increase tribalism, or it may force us to band together. We can try and expand our horizons and try and include everyone in our tribe. It would be hard, but I think we can still do it.
Created using Powtoon.